Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, I talk to my page, my comments, and I try to keep it down. And under 10 minutes, if it goes over 10 minutes, I'm very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people who like to smoke, people who like to drink, people like Yo Arse, people who like DMT. That's like 80% of you massive asses. Please listen to discretion is advised. Please. I'm cringy as fuck. I'm not going to chop your ear off or anything like that. I'm just going to talk straightforward. It's unscripted. I ain't got no flashy decorations and everything to pull the masters of asses through biasm. I ain't going to show you how many likes I got and how many subscribers I have. I'm not going to do all that because I don't really care for such shit like that. Because I'm a realist, okay? I just try to be real as possible, right? Because I have other ways of making money rather than on YouTube. It takes a long time to make money on YouTube. Got a lot of have a popularity. You got a lot of this. You have a lot of that. There's a multitude of things you need in order to make a lot of money on YouTube. No matter what it is, you're going to put a lot of energy in it. But this video is going to be pertaining to, reasons why what the hell? Let me fix this first. Reasons why, a boyfriend would actually leave a perfect girlfriend, okay? And I was reading this article in which it was given their reasons for it, and I basically will give you my perspective of it. The first thing I want you to know, okay, there's no one perfect out there. All right, that's the first thing. So whenever you hear, okay, someone is perfect, no, you're not perfect. Sometimes I feel I'm pretty perfect, okay, as big as I am, okay, my personality is bubbly and so forth, but you can't say that. You are perfect for being an individual. Yes. But let me tell you a trick when it comes down to women judging men. Usually they're terrible at picking men. And men don't really care about what particulars are in the woman as long as she give up the pussy, okay? When it comes down to women choosing a man, it's usually that six number, and I usually have this debate with females all the time. Okay, you're only 5'2". You want a man that's 6 foot. That right there is a flaw with herself. She has to get rid of that. I say, why if a guy's 5'7", she don't have that much respect for him. So the higher or taller a man is, the more likely she feels more sexually aroused by him. That's what these females tell me. But then on top, I said, what if he's broke? And then she'll be like, okay, I can still deal with that as long as he's fine, depending on how well he looks. In so many words, and yada, yada, etc. Okay. So in the place of the 6 foot, he better have money. They care, most women don't care nothing of a personality. This is a guaranteed fact. Over across the whole board, they care nothing about a man's personality. So if he's highly attractive, it will be a turnoff for him to be an alpha. Trust me on that. Okay, most women do not like alpha males. Okay, and as I said before, the definition of alpha is someone straightforward, a guy who basically wants a family, a guy who lays out the foundation in advance, tells her things, this is what's going to happen, if things don't go right, yada, 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 yada. Women don't like that type of shit, especially if he ain't got no sense of charm or personality. Women gravitate towards the tallness of a man, it's not really the beauty, but how tall he is first, and then his money. Okay, peanuts and pockets. So if they're thinking about a cock, he better be that tall. Okay, and their expectations is usually going to let them down in the long run. Because I tell women all the time, I say, you shouldn't do that. You should try to focus on what he likes. Does he like to do? Does he have plans for you? Are you going to put everything on the table? Does he have to take you out? Do you have certain expectations about him? The thing is that she don't understand how imperfect she is by having expectations of a man. I'll say to some females, why don't you go overseas if you want a docile male who don't have any money? I recommend that for females who are legitly mature, okay? But I'm going to tell you the reasons why men actually leave women that they feel that they're so-called perfect, okay? The reason why is because of the fact that you're easy, okay? You're easy. You're easy to manipulate, okay? And because their beauty, they know they're attractive. You gave them confidence because he knows he can find someone better looking than you, and also probably could be better in bed than you. Sexuality is the number one thing that drives most hooligans and fuckboys out there. We got that? So if I talk to a female, I say, while you're talking to that fuckboy, you know what's going to happen now. He's giving you little signs. Look, he's not mature enough. And that's what I read also in that article. Maturity is the element, the main element. Most guys who are usually 6 foot are not usually mature. There is a statistical report that I was reading about men with bigger phalluses. You can look it up yourself somewhere. I don't know what it's called, but usually when a man has a bigger phallus, he's not supposed to have one wife or one woman. Okay, no matter how juicy that pussy is, he wants to experiment and exploit. He wants to explore. He wants to sow his seeds. This is the thing with men. Okay, it doesn't make them bad creatures because we all are animals. But the thing is that it's, to me, when I see a woman whoring around, it's usually not beneficial for society. But for when a man whoring around, and especially if he's attractive, that actually benefits the society. Okay, so think about it like that. Okay, a woman whoring around, she don't have the capability to be disciplined enough to raise that child on her own. But a man, if he has the opportunity to raise his kids, he would. If he gets locked by court, he would. He'll get support, and he probably would be able to. He will be able to see his father. Okay, eventually, I'm pretty sure that 80 to 90% of guys do want to see their children. I know that's a fact, but the problem is that women who are not mature, the woman has to be mature first in order to let them see the child itself. But listen to this: when a man leaves you, and because you looked at his 6 foot number or his penis in pockets type shit, usually it's mainly because of maturity. I usually tell females in advance he's just a little boy in a man's body. You have heard about this. I'm pretty sure many of you have this. He's a little boy in a man's body. And I see countless guys like that all of the time, man. They're not mature. They don't have their own car. And these women choose these guys with no car. They don't got no house. They got no stability. And I said, you got to step up your game. And most of the time, when I tell females, like, since you lost your virginity, what else do you have after that? I actually counsel them and say, hey, what other quality do you have rather than just your vagina? And usually they don't have a lot of qualities. And that's the sad thing. Okay. Now, some females I've encountered in my past are dragging females. They have a great conversational, but that's not good enough to pull a man who's a 6 foot or a six-figure motherfucker. Okay. Trust me on that. It's not worth it. So as soon as you see that guy, he's going to be gone faster than white on rice, especially if you don't suck his dick the correct way. Like I said before, y'all women gotta stop thinking you're perfect. Men are not perfect, but there are far more good, better men out there than women. Okay, overall. Okay, even though there's a little bit more women than men in the world, statistically talking, I know far more virgin men who are more on the innocent blue pill side than there are women. Most women lose their virginity at the age of fucking 13. Boys don't usually lose their virginity at the age of fucking 13. It's the women that does. And when they hit that peak, okay, then they try to get more mature as they age, especially when they hit that age of fucking 30 years old. So please understand this. The main reason why a man slips up on a female and you feel that you're perfect, you may think that you sucked his dick. You may think you have a fire conversation. You may think you did everything. You actually was subservient to that motherfucker, and he still dip on you because he's not mature. He's attractive. The more higher attractive a man is, the more likely, the more bigger the penis is, the more likely he's going to be immature. He's not going to be able to settle for you. And that one thing I want to say is that when a male doesn't put things forward, when you first meet him, you automatically know he's immature. Especially if he's trying to woo you a certain way. He's trying to say, oh, look at your booty. Look at that. Look at that. You know, he's just trying to touch you up. You know, if you don't have a conversation to tell you where this relationship is going, you automatically know that from the jump. Okay. What else is there I wanted to say? So other than that, stop thinking that you're perfect. Okay. Because there are far more perfect men out there than there are perfect women. Okay. And if you want to step up your game with your personality, start studying in each department and field like I do, like becoming a renaissance. Never be a boring person when you try to learn things. You want to be a conversationalist. You want to keep that mental psychosis going. You want to do that. This is a problem on the women's side. They don't have a lot of hobbies as much as men do. Men are usually doing stuff. They always are busy. But when I usually talk to guys who are immature and they're highly attractive and shit like that, they usually have this air like, that was a whore, and I hit that, I banged that shit. And okay, they usually got smokers, they usually alcoholics, they got tattoos and shit. Like I said, tattoos is a bad symbol too. And there's a whole list of things that you can, so many red signs, so many bells and whistles you can see if a guy's immature. But women will not want to educate themselves for protecting themselves from it. So other than that, I just gave you the answers to that, and that's my opinion on why men leave perfect women. Peace.